Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Mini Metro. My name, of course, is Old Potato, and I was shouted at in the last episode because I quite simply turned the volume down way too much. And right now, on camera, well, not on camera per se, but in real time, I'm turning the volume up just a touch. There we go. Hopefully that satisfies everybody's demand. We are once again going to be doing a daily challenge. This is not going to be a daily thing that we're going to be doing, but it's going to be kind of cool. Now, I sort of delved into it a little bit, and it turns out the new mode that was created was the expert mode, or the extreme mode even, should I say. And that basically doesn't allow you to move tracks that have been placed. So the daily challenge that we did play last time, right? That happened to be an extreme mode. It's not every day that is the case. But hey ho, you know what? The city today is New York City. The mode is normal, and we've got 4 hours left to complete it. So you know what? Let's jump in and see what the hell is going on. Now, if I'm not completely mistaken, we more than possibly should be allowed to move tracks around. Indeed, we are. And let me tell you right now, that makes me very, very happy. I am over the moon that is the case, because not having the ability to sort of manipulate tracks once they've been placed, well, to me that sort of undermines the whole point of this game, and the fact that you can quickly adjust tracks and whatnot, and do stuff like that. But you know, I enjoyed it. I do enjoy, you know, competing against other people, even though I have very, very little chance of actually beating anybody of real status or importance, but that's not going to stop me. That's not going to stop me. And I think that we're going to have something great. We're going to have absolutely something great with this track that we're currently working on. So, you know, green can go up here, and we could potentially get another track for over here, you know, linked by perhaps a main track that will just go from side to side. I don't know. There's so many planning ideas that I've got. And, you know, I'm just so excited about them all. It's really, really cool. Let's get you going down there. Now, in fact, maybe not actually. Maybe purple isn't the right guy for the job here. Maybe we get green actually. Because green doesn't actually have 3 stops at the moment. So every station has, or every line, should I say, has 3 stops at the moment, which is fine. I think green is perfect for this because green doesn't actually have a triangle on its line quite yet. So, you know, this green line is now going to be, you know, all-inclusive of all traffic routes, which is kind of nice, I think, and not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Okay, so the next station is going to be over here, a triangle. In fairness, it could have been a lot worse than triangle. It could have been another circle. We've got a shit ton of circles right now, and a triangle really isn't bad. I'm not thrilled about adding another triangle onto this pink route, but it's alright. It's alright. Let's take a locomotive. Let's take a locomotive, and let's take a line actually, you know, because I have talked about how I sort of want to get a side-to-side track going on, and it just sort of helps if we have that redundant line. Then you know, we can deploy that as soon as we are, you know, able to do so. But obviously the nature of New York and the fact that there is a whole bunch of rivers and stuff, and you start on an island, it's a little bit annoying. In fairness, it's a little bit annoying, a little bit restrictive. You know, a very, very different scenario from somewhere like London or whatnot. But alas, we shall soldier on. Soldier on indeed we shall. Okay, so only 3 lines at the moment. Do we have any need for any more? Not particularly actually. Like, we could potentially redistribute our locomotive onto one of the busier lines, but at the same time, do we even have a busy line? No, not at all actually. Not at all now that you mention it. However, we are starting to accrue some fairly long lines. And long lines are a sign of potential worry for us, actually. Let's get rid of that. Let's extend you down there. Okay? May not seem like the largest change in the world, but it's fairly good and fairly bad for a couple of reasons. We have now established that this area has got three triangles on it, or this line has got 3 triangles on it. Not really what we want. And there's also 3 circle stations in a row, which, as I did previously state, is one of the key things that you should try to avoid. Alright, let's put a route in here like that. Something like that. Yeah, maybe actually take you up to there. You know what? Maybe beyond. Beyond. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's establish that green route. Now, that blue route even. So the reason that I sort of felt that we needed this blue route in place, you know, rather than just extending this green route down, which, you know, would have potentially worked, and it's something that we may very well do, just extend that down there. But if we get this blue route running, then it sort of will help the green track with the load of the circular stations, you know, how they won't produce any circles. So it's going to help demand just a little bit, I think, and hopefully it'll ease things somewhat. Let's pick up a locomotive. Let's pick up a carriage, actually, because I think a carriage is going to be slightly more necessary than a line, but, you know, that is just my opinion. Although, looking at it, a line would be really, really nice right now. We don't have any bridges. Okay, so, unfortunately, that sort of makes the decision in terms of what we can actually do. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this circle on the green line. So, oh, okay, that's easy. We can just extend that out there. So if we get rid of the circle on this circle from the green line, then we still have 3 circles in a row, which is still really, really bad, but it's better than 4 circles in a row, which is arguably much, much worse. But hey-ho, that's just my opinion. Now, a station over there, that is going to slightly fuck us, actually, and that's going to fuck us to the point where we're actually going to have to pause and realistically think about what the hell we're doing. Because it's not positive. It's not a positive situation, I'm afraid. We don't have any more bridges. Okay, so let's be frank here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to either... Well, we're going to have to cut back on either the purple line or the green line, because both of them cannot have bridges bridging across this river right here. Just not possible, not physically possible in the slightest, I'm afraid. So let's just get rid of the green line for now. Okay, you know, I don't think anybody's really going to truly miss the green line. Let's get rid of the pink line for now, okay? And let's establish the green line that goes like that, okay? And that means, effectively, that we've got a system that only requires 1 bridge. Now, after that, we can say, hey, oh, shit, we can't even do that. Holy cow. Get rid of you. And we can't even go back. Holy cow. We're going to have to go like this. Okay, so a slightly reorganization. It's not the best situation to be in, but it's, I think, far from the worst. I got an achievement, Metro card, apparently. I don't know what that means. I don't know why I got it either. Deliver 200 passengers in New York. Apparently I'd never done that before. That's really, really strange, because I'm pretty sure I have, because I've played this game for hours. I freaking love it, let me be honest with you. I really, really do. Okay, so currently we're in the annoying situation of only the red line can deliver to this special, I don't know, like semicircular circle chunk station. I'm not entirely sure. Also, we're running into the annoying occurrence of we've got another circle on the red route. Another circle on the red route. Roger, roger. We've got a circle on the red route. A little bit pesky, but hey ho, we shall try and survive. So currently, we haven't actually employed the loop strategy. Now, the loop strategy, you know, coined by, you know, myself, is the strategy that, you know, basically revolves around making sure that these train lines go in a loop. I'm not entirely sure how effective that is. I don't subscribe to the whole loop philosophy, but it certainly doesn't hurt. An interchange. Okay, I've never seen this before. What does this do? What the hell does this do? What the heck? if I had to guess, and I've never seen this before, I would estimate that this allows sort of longer wait times. Now, I've got a little bit of a plan, and I want to redistribute things a little bit here. So, currently we've got a situation where the red line services half of the central island. That's not really what we want to do, and in fact, I want to redesign like a whole bunch of stuff. Now, this is something you just can't do in extreme mode, is it? It really isn't. But basically, I like two routes that we've got going right now. I like the green route, and I like the red route. Good. I'm glad we've got that established. And you know what? I sort of like the blue route as well. I wanted to make the blue route a blue route still. Let's join that up there. Join that up there. Okay, so I wanted that to be a blue route. So I like that branch is a blue route. I also want to make sure that we get the red route connecting up to here, because this is going to be our central station, and I plan to run a whole bunch of trains right through it. Now, what else I plan to do is I plan to make this central pink route circular. Alright? So I want to make sure that this... No, not you. Not you. But you. That's the one. Okay. And then blue can probably be extended down there. Okay. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a change from the normal formula, and it's breaking a couple of my rules. Most namely the fact that, you know, we've still got 4 circles right here. We've got 4 circles in a row right there, which is really, really rather annoying, actually. And we also need to find a way to get pink up there. Or perhaps blue, in fact. You know what? That works. So basically, we've got plans to make this a big-ass interchange, if at all possible. So, can I do that? I think we can. It's now a big fucking square. That's the way that I like it. A big fucking square. And you're going to be fine. You're not potentially going to be fine. And this is very, very worrying to me. Very, very, very worrying to me. Okay, so I don't think that this blue line is going to be much of a problem. I do, however, I really, really do think that this green line is going to be a problem, purely because of the fact that we've got 3 circles in a row. Now, this is, you know, if I haven't explained this already, this is a big issue for a couple of reasons. One, circles don't spawn at circles, right? So we don't have any circular passengers spawning at circular stations because they've already arrived at their destination station, right? If we've got 4 circles in a row, that's not a very big variety of stations, right? So if this was a square, for example, then, you know, squares traveling from here to here would only have to go for a couple stations. That's fine. But if it's got circles, that reduces the variety of stations that we can actually drop passengers off at. So big, big worry there. So that's exactly why we're dropping a second train to help with the load at these 4 circle stations. And unfortunately, it's going to get even worse with 5 circles in a row. Now, believe you me, I do not want to do this, but this is the most economical and most viable way that I can see that this will work, right? I really don't think it would work any other way. I'm not worried about the blue line. I'm really not worried about the blue line, but I'm just very, very, very concerned about the green line. And I really would like to make sure that we get a loop on this if possible, so that trains can just continue round and keep on going this way, because otherwise we have no hope. We have no hope. Because when it loops, right, when we get a loop, it works much, much more effectively, because rather than having to travel past all of this and take a lot of time and then go from the start, you know, you can just go straight back. But hey ho, that's just my personal observation. Let's extend the red line up here. I think adding a triangle to the red line is not the craziest idea we've ever had. Potentially a triangle to the blue line as well. Like, that wouldn't be the worst idea that anybody has ever had, but, you know, still, the blue line is specifically dedicated to this circular station. For some strange reason, I don't know why. The pink route seems to be handling things relatively well, considering the circumstances. You know, there's a shit ton of stations actually on this central pink line, so I'm impressed that it's doing so darn good. I'm also, another thing, pausing just for a second. Oh, this is actually really, really good that we get that station out there. It's really, really good to see that we've got that station out there, for one. But also there's not that many special delivery people. So, you know, there are a few customers, but there's really not that many people demanding to go to this very specific semicircular cutout station, which makes my job, you know, a heck of a lot easier. Also, we're going to deploy, potentially, you could argue, fairly prematurely. I will take 2 bridges, yes. But we're still going to deploy a carriage on there, because this is going to be the most difficult line. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. There we go. We've got a circular line. That is really, really going to help. I feel kind of stupid about perhaps dedicating a carriage there, but, you know, we can just take the line apart and then redeploy it should we ever want to get the carriage back. But yeah, this is good. This is good. This has improved dramatically. Also, I don't feel so stupid about adding the carriage now, considering we've once again established the whole precedent of 4 circle stations in a row, which is really stupid, but whatever. Seem to be managing just fine. We've got 2 locomotives in the bank, so we're in a very, very good position to relieve any traffic should we need to. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an issue, because there's going to be a bunch of special customers wanting to get to this rhombus station down here, but they're all going to have to come through. They're either going to have to be on the pink line to start off with, or they're going to have to come to this big-ass interchange. You know, there's no other way to go about it. There's no other way to go about it. Which is a shame. And you're going to have to drive right past there. We're going to have to extend you down here. And we're probably actually going to have to end up deploying a train for the benefit of this station. Believe that or not, we are going to have to end up deploying a locomotive to deal with the demand, unfortunately. I think we're actually going to do just that. Let's place it. Let's place it. You know, we've got no shame. We've got to do it. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality sometimes, isn't it? 'Tis the reality sometimes. Okay. Unfortunately, once again, adding another additional station to the green line, which is a really big shame because we don't like doing that. Well, we don't. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's a bit better if we don't have, you know, a whole shit ton of circles after one another, or a whole shit tons of triangles after one another. It's just not good for business, you know? It's just not good for business, but hey ho, it's fine. This red station, or this red line specifically, worries me. It's got a lot of circles on it. It's got a lot of circles on it. It really does. And it's also got that special station, which doesn't really help matters. And it looks like, yeah, we're actually going to have to deploy a locomotive specifically to deal with it. There we go. It's a little bit pesky, if I'm honest. I'll take the locomotive, and I'll take... To be honest, we don't really need another interchange. We need the bridges, I suppose, more. I'll also extend that line down there, and I will renege the purple status from that line, because blue is not currently really doing anything of massive importance, and it could be doing perhaps a little bit more. Now, I've got an idea, and my idea is to take this red line and just run it all the way back to here, and then into here. Is that a wise decision? I really don't know. We're going to test it. Let's test it for a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Will a circular line actually help this route? I'm not entirely convinced that it will, but I can very, very much hope that it will help somewhat. Now, this additional station up here is probably the most annoying station that we have come across as of yet, because it's basically exclusively going to rely on the green trains, which means that passengers coming from pretty much any other line. So, for example, a passenger coming from the blue line wanting to get to the Pentagon station, it's going to be fucking annoying, right? So, say we've got 2 Pentagon passengers. They come from up here, they travel down on the blue train to this interchange, and then they get on. And they clog up the carriages on these trains, they clog up the spaces for a whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stations. So, maybe we're actually better just redesigning something here. Maybe we're better redesigning something. Let's try something like this. Let's try something. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. We'll see if we can sort of reverse the flow a little bit to make things a little bit easier. Okay. That's great. And then we'll extend that out there and just continue up here like so. And as soon as you reverse direction, Mr. Train. Oh my god, another circle? Really? That's fucking annoying. As soon as you reverse direction, then we will plonk in at that station. And so basically it means that, you know, the Pentagon passengers are going to be clogging up less space on the train for less amount of time, or for a shorter amount of time, fingers crossed. Not entirely sure if that's going to work, but it's worth a shot, I reckon. Once again, I want to place my bets that the Green Line is going to be the most difficult one to deal with in the future. But perhaps that's just me. Perhaps that's just me. Okay. This is good. This is very good. Happy with the way things are going right now. Very happy, in fact. Very happy. Holy cow, like, we're doing so darn well, we could probably put it in 2 times speed. And then, yeah, we'll do something like that. I know I'm quite happy with 2 times speed, in fairness. I'll take a locomotive. Do I want an interchange? I think I'll take a carriage, actually, in fact. Okay, so green worries me, as we've talked about this before. Yeah, green does worry me. Let's try and deal with this. Let's put that down there, and let's put a carriage right there. Now, I know that is quite a big investment, but I think it's totally going to be worth it, because the Green Line is probably, yeah, without a doubt, actually, our biggest line, and it's very, very annoying that that it's not getting the support that it needs. Also, in addition to that, it's also got another special station, so I feel totally justified in the fact that I just placed down an extra locomotive and a carriage behind it. So, once again, same thing for this special station applies. You know, there's still going to be passengers that specifically get dropped off here, and they want to get to there, and it's only going to clog it up for a couple of stations, rather than, you know, a whole shit ton, basically. If that's the sort of way that you want to put it. Also, we've got another little ovuloid station over there. A little oval station. A little bit weird, never seen it before. Looks kind of cool, I guess, if that's your thing. Ovals are your thing, maybe. Oh my god, no, we're full up. We're full up, I'm afraid. I don't know if this train's gonna make it, actually. I think it will, I think it will. Holy shit. That was close. That was fucking close, wasn't it? Holy cow. It's not going to make it to there, because you know what? That train is all out of luck. You know, this train's full. That's the problem with having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. 4 circles right in a row. It's just trash, isn't it? Now, specifically to avoid the fact that we've got 4 dudes in a row, we're gonna try and get around that. Now, can we do something a little bit sneaky here? Can we try and relieve the pressure on this Green Line at all? I mean, without getting another line, that's not really hugely possible. But if we put that there, can we get you to come down there? Oh, we can. That goes there. Can we work this back? Can we work this back somehow? We don't have any tunnels left. Sure we don't have any tunnels left? I'm sure we did. But now we just don't. I know why we don't have any tunnels left. Because well, that counts as 1 tunnel, that counts as a 2nd tunnel. You know what, let's just try that. Let's just try that, indeed. See if it works. Reduces the pressure just a little bit, I would imagine. It's not going to be easy on the blue line. You know, the blue line's already got a very, very difficult job in itself. I can appreciate that. But it might help. We'll stick it in normal speed. Get a locomotive. Get, to be honest, an interchange is probably going to help us out a little bit more. Let's stick a locomotive. Oh shit! Yeah, in fact, we can't even stick another locomotive on this line because we've already got 4. We've already got 4 locomotives on the green line, so we're gonna have to stick our interchange down there, which is good because that's actually more valuable. Okay, that's not a permanent solution, though, I'm afraid. In fact, that's a very, very short-term solution. And we're going to be looking for carriages to extend the functionality of this green line even more. Now, I'm surprised, very, very surprised, that the red line is perfectly managed to deal with demand, even up to this point. Unfortunately, I think we are just about reaching the ability of the red line's demand, or the red line's ability to keep up with this demand. So let's get this train going in the other direction. Let's fuck it. You know what? Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. It's worth a try. Let's also try and unhook you from there. Does that work? Don't think it will work, unfortunately. Ah, that's so annoying. That's really very, very annoying. Also, we're completely out of everything right now. We're out of everything. We're all out of luck, unfortunately. And I don't think there is much else we can do. Yeah, we're getting to the end of this because, unfortunately, it is going to be the blue line that lets us down, I reckon. Might not be, actually. Might not be. Oh, very, very close. Very, very, very close. Wow. But now there's another threat on the blue line. Holy cow, and it is impending. There's 2 threats on the blue line. Well, that was quite a close call. I'm really very surprised that the red line is doing so well. Like, I mean, I know it's not doing fantastically well, but it's not doing badly, you know? It's not doing badly at all. Let's go there. You know, we're up in the 1,300s, and that's no small number of people delivered. In fairness, though, I think we are now drawing to a close in terms of what we can actually maximally handle, and you know, potentially that's due to the fact that we just don't have that many crossover points. We don't have that many interchanges. I mean, we've got 1 central point that all of the lines run through, but out with that, not really, you know, not really. Unfortunately, it's going to be GG before we can get our next locomotive. Can we do this? Holy shitballs, we managed to do that. Let's place the carriage down in the blue. Holy shit, I cannot believe we managed to do that. That was like a pixel away. It's not going to make a difference, right? Realistically, because the red line is going to overflow right there, but you know, an extra little ounce of score doesn't hurt anybody. All goes towards the daily challenge. All goes towards the daily challenge. Indeed it does. Can we check how well we did? Well, we can check how well we did. And we're gonna check how well we did. 304th in the world. It's not bad. It's not unimpressive in the slightest. I mean, it's alright, I guess. But it's not bad. Top 20%. I can just about deal with that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Old Potato. Tune in next time for some more daily challenge in Mini Metro. But for now, until next time, bye.